What's up, YouTube? What's up, Twitch? Um, how y'all doing? I hope y'all having a good day because my day going well. I hope y'all day going well as well. In my opinion, because like for me, should I just hope everybody having a good day, and plus for this screen, I will be trying to look at the Michael Keaton Batman suit that was leaked just from the Flash movie. Because the thing about it, some people think the movie not coming out, but for me, I do think the movie's coming out. In my opinion, everybody is different. Everybody is different, in my opinion. If y'all like it, y'all. If y'all think the movie gonna be good, then y'all can tell me down below if y'all think the movie is gonna be good or not. Because, like for me, the Flashpoint movie, I do think the Flashpoint movie do got a potential to be bad or good. But just in my opinion, shoot, I just think the Flash movie got a potential to be good. In my opinion, did we do got potential uh, to be good, and plus for me, I'm actually positive thinking about the movie. I I am not being negative, unlike some people. That's right, internet. Because the thing about for me, in my opinion, I'm not being negative about the Flashpoint movie. I actually think the Flashpoint movie could be good, bad, and everything in between. That's just me. Because the thing about for some time, shucks, I do think that some people think I do think that some people think that certain movies is gonna be bad based on their bias. I think, in my opinion, that's just me. Because the thing about me is like, shoot, I do know that some people just got biases. I think um just by certain companies. If you think about that, some people like Disney got biased towards DC. Some people like DC got biases towards the MCU. Because the thing about me is like, I like some things the MCU did, and for this one, I like more things the DCU did. And that's just me, in my opinion. I'm not being negative. I'm not being negative. And it sounds like the MCU fans like, well, some of the time, it's like she kind of negative towards the DCEU because she claim she be objective sometimes, but most of the time I don't think so. In my opinion, that she being objective on some stuff that with DCEU sound like the best villain. I think in my opinion came from the DCU. One of them, John Zod. Zod is one of the best villains in DCU, and one for Marvel is Killmonger is Michael B. Jordan. Is one of the best villains for the MCU. Based on movie, the impact and stuff. I think Zod had the bigger impact on his movie on Man of Steel. But 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 set up a Black Panther. Um, the movie was good. Killmonger was a good villain, but I think Zod had a bigger impact in Man of Steel than Killmonger did in Black Panther as a villain. The thing about me is like his pack was big. I like him. He like a 1B type of character. Is always 1A. And that just me, in my opinion. Shoot. Cause thing on me shows I'm not being biased and not like that. The thing about me is just I'm not being biased. I'm not trying to say that this company better than the other, in my opinion. But so I think that DC moves is better overall. What I think, in my opinion. and time for best Spider-Man, best Superman. The best Superman I see so far, I like Christopher Reeves. I like Brandon Rose Superman. I like Tyler Herrick Superman. But I think the best Superman is Henry Cavill so far, what I see as him. Henry Cavill was the best Superman shoot I've seen so far. In my opinion, based on Superman, stuff like that. But the thing about it, if y'all is excited from the future for DC or Marvel or anything like that, then y'all can tell me down below if y'all actually excited just for the what movie for MCU or Marvel that y'all is excited for y'all to see, or y'all excited that they might do different MCU. Because the thing about me is like but I am excited for the multiverse of madness, but the thing about it is like I am worried about what all these cameos and stuff that's supposed to be in the movie. Will the movie flows together, in my opinion? And that just me. Be, because the thing about it for me, in my opinion, it's like is it's like having different characters. I think, and the thing is not my problem. I'm just worrying about is the cameo presence is just gonna overrule the story and the writing. Because like for some movies, worrying about this person was in it, this person was in it, and they don't really talk about the story. They just talk about the future, what it means for Marvel, DC, everything else like that. And that's just me. Because like the other thing that I'm worried about dealing with multiverse of madness is like I just hope that Doctor Strange don't get nerfed like he did in The Way Home. Because like people could try to argue with me all they want to. But we all know that on the Doctor Strange was nerfed in the movie. He was. He was nerfed in my opinion. He was nerfed in my opinion. People could like it or hate it. People could like it or hate it all they want to. Uh, That's what we all know that I am right about my concerns. Because look at you in The Way Home. They nerfed Doctor Strange to put him out the movie just to let Spider-Man shine, which I didn't like. Which I understand why they did it, but the thing, in my opinion, is don't don't put him in the movie if you're gonna do him like that. This should have had Doctor Strange fighting somebody else with magic, in my opinion, in the movie of him chasing him in the movie and Peter doing his stuff. And that's just me in my opinion about that. But everybody different about that point. But everybody different, and that's just my opinion on it. And that's just my opinion, which I don't like and stuff like that. And kind of like my other opinions and stuff like that, which I do want to see. Sound like there were movies, shows, everything like that. Is like if they make this show about if they make a show about, let me see, not about Blade, not about Ghost Rider, they need a show the second season of Hawkeye. I hate to say it, but we do need a second season of Hawkeye just for Jeremy Renner to be able to redeem the show, just to like redeem the show or stuff like that. In my opinion, And that just me, and kind of like in my opinion, and stuff like that. And kind of like in my opinion, stuff like that, which I'm worried about. I am worried about if Doctor Strange in this movie is gonna get nerfed just for Wanda. Because think about it, in No Way Home, Doctor Strange was nerfed for Spider Man. In this movie, I just hope in this movie is that he not nerfed from, just from my opinion, and kind of like in my opinion, and kind of like in my opinion, and kind of my opinion, right? If they nerf Doctor Strange in favor of, in my opinion, um, it in favor of Wanda, then I will be disappointed because we all know that Doctor Strange is more powerful than Wanda. Yeah, y'all trying to fight me on it and stuff like that, but shit, that is my opinion, and that is what I think. That is what I think in my opinion. And kind of like in my opinion, just and kind of like in my opinion and stuff like that. And kind of like in my opinion, and stuff like that, which I like, stuff like that. The Doctor Strange movies. The first Doctor Strange movie actually has surprised me because the first Doctor Strange movie actually showed like he had to show humility, and that's kind of like in my opinion, which was different in my opinion. Just for the other MCU movies, it actually showed like he had to show humility and stuff like that. In my opinion, which was different, which I like most of the time. Just when people, just when people, in my opinion, just show humility most of the time, and that is a good thing for me. Which is kind of like in my opinion, which I don't like most of the time. Because the thing about for me, right, which I don't like most of the time, for me, right, that for me most of the time, there were movies, shows, anything, is that I don't is that I don't like most of the time when people try to, like in my opinion, put stuff in other people's head. Because like the thing that I like and stuff like that, other people might not like. Which kind of thing that shoot I want to see and not want to see. Um, in my opinion, because thing for me it's like some people just want to see it, some people don't. It's like for me, it's like I want to see, like in my opinion, because thing about me is like I want to see like Wanda Scarlet Witch and Doctor Strange, who supposed to be Sorcerer Supreme, actually work together. In my opinion, at them at their full power at that time. I think, in my opinion, it should be able to do it, which I think, in my opinion, could be a good thing, bad thing. But the thing about it, everybody different. What they think, but actually a good thing is, in my opinion, because they might some people like it, some people don't. Some people like it this way, some people don't like it another way. Because, like, in my opinion and stuff like that, it's like, shoot, I actually think that if they can make movies and stuff like that, if they can make the Doctor Strange movie work with the cameos and stuff like that, this could be one of the best MCU movies. It's the story, pacing, everything goes together, in my opinion. Because, like, people could try to argue with me and things like the MCU. It's like the MCU do like, in my opinion, got some good movies in it. They, they do have some good movies in it. They do. They don't got all bad movies. They got some good ones, in my opinion. They do got some good movies. Because the thing about, for me, right, which I learned is, like, some people might not like me for saying this, but just in my opinion, just I do think the Man of Steel movie, Man of Steel, Wonder Woman, and Aquaman movie, dude got some of the dude is better than more than half the MCU movies, in my opinion. If I'm right or wrong, then y'all can tell me down below. If I'm right, if I'm wrong, it's up to y'all. If y'all got different opinions on it, then y'all can tell me down below. If y'all got different opinions on that subject, because the other stuff that I do like about the movies, everything else like that, which I do want to see in the Doctor Strange movie, is like, just I want to see if this Mordor, which I see up in the Doctor Strange movie, it's actually evil Mordor, or if it's the good Mordor. Is that good Mordor just don't know about the evil one yet? Because the thing about, if the evil one come in and kill the other Mordor, then shucks, that means that he not dead. But I'm not sure about that. But everybody different on that point. But the thing about, since you got variants, then you can't trust nothing highly up in the movies and stuff like that. And that just me, in my opinion, about that. Because you got to be able to have good stuff, I think, my opinion. Because the thing about me, if you can't have good good writing, good storytelling, good cinematography in your movies, then you is in trouble, in my opinion. Time for movies and stuff like that. In my opinion, it's it is my opinion. This is my opinion. What I think. I think you gotta be in trouble if you can't even get your own stuff together, which I think, in my opinion, that some people don't have their own stuff together, which I think, in my opinion, could be right, could be wrong, but should I'm seeing, I'm thinking I'm right on that. Yeah, because, like, the other stuff what I think could be happening, not happening, and stuff like that, is kind of like the thing which I want to see, and stuff like that. Time for movies, shows, everything else like that. Is like, for me, it's like, because because for me, time for shows and stuff like that, which I want to see. Um, this is one of the stuff that I want to see for the X Men, the Batman, and put another thing. Um, this movie right here, the Batman movie right here, it is actually a good movie, in my opinion. It's not actually a bad movie. because the thing about it is like I think that some people I think in my opinion is actually taking it too far when when they say that some some of them some of my think is taking it too far when they say that the Zack Snyder no not the Zack Snyder different than Matt Reeves Batman and boring. It's not actually a boring movie. It got pacing issues on certain parts, but it's not boring, which I think in my opinion is not. Because the movie showed him just solving crimes and stuff like that. In my opinion, because they mean for me, it, if the movie showing like I think in my opinion of them showing solving crime, everything else like that, which I think in my opinion what a movie should be doing, which I think in my opinion should be doing, like I think in my opinion, and kind of like the other thing, like shoot, I wish they had, of my opinion, is like shoot, kind of like the MCU. It's like shoot, man. I hope they had way better. I hope they had way better. I think in the future, if they have villains that they won't kill automatically, because right, you can have a villain that kind of live for the next one or two movies, but for the third movie, if you want a different villain, I'm good with that. And that's kind of like my thing about it because the MCU always killing the villain unless the villain's not really dead and the MCU is not telling us nothing. And that could be a thing too. In my opinion, that could be a thing too. They kind of not telling us. And kind of like the next thing, shoot, nah, so I just want to see, like in of my opinion, time for movies, shows, everything else is like for me, it's kind of like the next thing that the next thing for me, shoot, so I just want to see, and kind of like the next thing, shoot, shoot, I just want to see, right? In my opinion, people really love me, hate me for this. That's what I do think the Flash movie. I do think the Flashpoint movie could be better than the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. That's my hot take. And kind of like for this one right here, I think in my opinion this is Matt Reeves Batman thing, and for the second Batman movie could be better than the first one, which I think it could be, in my opinion. And plus, in the next Batman movie, shoot, they need to show Batman stopping more crime and him having more tech, which I think, in my opinion, and for they need to have a time skip, which I think, in my opinion, that'd be a good thing. Because the thing about me, it's like, shoot, this movie do need a time skip type of thing, which I think, in my opinion, could be good, bad, everything between, which I think, in my opinion, could be a good thing. But the thing about for me, right, that shoot now, I do think that most people would not do it. I I do think that he might not have a time skip after this movie because the thing about for me, just for the next Batman movie to have just have about more tech, more skill fighting and stuff like that. I think my opinion, he need to have at least about like a 3 4 year time skip. I think, in my opinion. Because they for me, if they actually have a time skip, which I think in my opinion, and stuff like that, in my opinion, it will be it will be a good thing for the movie. He will have more fighting skills. He would have more fight skills. He would he would have more business savvy, in my opinion. He'd be more business savvy. And he would know about just how to balance out certain stuff, which I think, in my opinion, like he would be able to do, which I think, in my opinion, could be a good or bad thing, and stuff like that. And that's just me. Because like the next thing should this thing need to do, which I think, in my opinion, they might not do, they might do, and stuff like that. Time for movies, shows, and everything else like that. Then with the Batman, is right. Is right. It's after the second movie. They need to introduce a Robin or a Nightwing or something like that in the movie, because they need a Nightwing or Robin, in my opinion. Because like in the third movie, if he want to up in the second movie, they need to introduce a Robin, like a grown Robin. I think, in my opinion, this would work in this modern version. I think, in my opinion, I, and that is my opinion, because you can't put a kid Robin in this movie. You can't. Whether you like it or not, you cannot put a kid Robin in this universe, because you need a Robin at least about 18 to 21, I think. 18 to 21, I think, or older. Because we can't put a kid Robin in this Gotham, I think, in my opinion. In this Dark Gotham, this a kid would not be able to handle it, in my opinion. That's my opinion on it. That's my opinion on it, stuff like that. And everybody different. Everybody different of my opinion about that. But that's just me. If y'all like it, don't like it, and stuff like that, that's just up to y'all. If y'all like this movie, because this movie right here was a really good movie, in my opinion. I'm giving this movie about, how can I say this? A 4 out of 5 to be a first movie, I think. And Ron Pattinson to just do as good as he think he did. I know he did. It's a 4 out of 5, I think, in my opinion. But it's just me. The 4 out of 5 is actually good, in my opinion. Well, I think the movie deserves a 4 out of 5. And this movie right here should have been $1 billion movie, but thing about it, the COVID thing had gotten in the way, and stuff like that. Because like everybody different. Everybody different, in my opinion, based on the COVID and everything else, which I think, in my opinion, they do. And because I think if this movie didn't have to deal with COVID, I think this movie could have made 1.1 billion, 1.2, in my opinion. And for this movie to be close to $1 billion, 700 or something, I think, in my opinion, it's actually be a good thing. Which I think, in my opinion, could be good, bad, and everything between. And everybody is different. Everybody different, in my opinion, based on movies, shows, and everything else like that. And kind of like the next thing, shoot. Time for me, I want to see. Is kind of like the next thing, the time for me, next thing, shoot, I want to see. Kind of next thing, I want to see time for movies, shows, time for movies, shows, and everything else that I'll be seeing. Ooh, it's a whole lot of stuff. It's a whole lot of stuff that that this Batman movie could do, which I think, in my opinion, could be good or bad. That this next Batman movie, I think, could be good, in my opinion. They probably got an article on. Let me see now. They got an article on. Let me see what it is. WB want to regularize Superman. Okay, I am cool with that. And it's about streaming. I just hope that article is credible. I hope it's credible and good, in my opinion. Okay, share. Okay, right here. Right here. But this article has said this article said WB want to revitalize Superman DCU future. Hope is credible and do it because they need to bring back Henry and give him his money. In my opinion, because you want the fans to come back. That's one of the first big steps right there of bringing them back. Is bringing back Henry Cavill and not trying to do your own thing with Supergirl because the thing about Supergirl, I like her every time I see a hero. But but you need Superman first to get Supergirl. Yeah, they might not like me for saying some of the new fans might not like me for saying this, but that's what you need Superman to get a Supergirl in the movies or shows that you plan on doing. And that's just my opinion of it. Y'all can like it, not like it, but it's up to y'all to decide if y'all like it. That's just me. Uh, um, did I just article? WB reportedly wants to revive Superman DCU future. Superman D could be revived as following a Warner Bros. Merger, as Sherry view him as a top shelf character. They need to use. Should they need to hurry up and get him in already? They need to hurry up. Following the Warner merger with Discovery, the new studio head reportedly wants to revitalize Superman DCU universe future. In nearly a decade, Zack Snyder launched DCU, Man of Steel, Henry Cavill as Kal-El, Clark Kent, the movie down as the box office devastated solo Superman. Audience had only a few years to see him again. In Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice, which I did like him in. I didn't hate him in that. In the movie shockingly ended with Superman death, which he wasn't dead. If people read comic books, he wasn't dead because people always assume this. Justice League through it all had been a great deal of interest from the audience to see more of Superman on the big screen in some form. Okay. Warner Brother plans for DCU have been constantly evolving. Superman future had been a constant state of uncertainty. The studio never made any real progress on the Man of Steel 2, despite clever interest and directors like Christopher McClary want to make the movie. Also known that Henry Cavill and WB entangled in a standoff about his Superman contract. Believe the factor of Superman I have a project cameo in Shazam. There's no movement on the cameo in another solo movie. In recent years, WB senior position the Flash to replace him by introduce Sasha Kelly Supergirl, which is done. In projects like Vel's HBO series Michael B. Jordan and the Black Superman movie produced by James Trancher. That J.J. Abrams Superman movie is not coming, y'all. It's not coming. He might make another movie, but that's what y'all. He not making He was not making a movie, y'all. He's not making a movie by, in my opinion, by another Superman. In my opinion, he's not doing it. They can like me not for saying that, but that's what I don't think it's coming. I don't think that the Black Superman movie is coming because we should not be having the Black Superman movie yet. Because I understand Val Zar Superman movie because I already know that Val Zar coming like in how can I say this? Val Zar movie be coming like in how can I say this? It be coming the the Val Zar movie be coming like in Earth 2. If y'all know what I mean by that. Because that we all know that Val Zar is an Earth 2 character. In case y'all don't know, because like Val Zar is not Earth 1 Superman, he's an Earth 2 Superman. Because y'all can like it and not like it and stuff like that. But we all know that Val Zar is an Earth 2 Superman. And that's just me and my opinion on it. If y'all got a different opinion, what y'all think about Val Zar could be different and stuff like that, then y'all can tell me down below. My opinion could be different, could not be different. But it all depends on y'all. What I think, in my opinion, is the fans. Because the fans, we need to ask for him to come back, and we need to pressure WB to actually do it, in my opinion. Because the thing about me, right, if you don't pressure the companies to do stuff, I think, in my opinion, that they will never do it. And that's just me. That's me and my opinion. My opinions on it. But everybody's different on it. Some people think they will. Some people think WB will do it. Some people think they won't. Because the thing about me, in my opinion, is like I think for them to actually do it, if you want to do it, you got to actually push them to do it. We can like it, not like everything else like that. It's like you got to have stuff. You got to have stuff covered, in my opinion. That just me. That just me, in my opinion, about it. Because you got to have stuff covered, in my opinion. Whether we like it or not. Whether we like it or not, we got to have like different movies ready to go. Because you look at the MCU got about 5, 6 movies, 4, 3 shows ready to go. Some of the movies might not be perfect. Some of the movies might not be perfect and stuff like that. But they go on with the plan anyway. If y'all know what I'm talking about, stuff like that. And that just me. That just me. In my opinion about that stuff, everything like that. Is like we all think there were movies, shows, and everything else like that. And kind of like for shows, movies, and everything else like that. There's some people might like it, some people might not. That kind of like the things that some people around the world might like it, some people don't. Because like the things I want to see, dealing with the MCU, everything like that get better along with DCU. It's like time for me. It's like I want to see about how will different movies, shows, everything mixed together? How will the characters mix together with the already character for Netflix? Because we know that he got Punisher coming out. The Punisher was coming to the supposed to be over to the MCU. The Punisher supposed to be coming. Plus, I know that some of the other characters supposed to be coming and stuff like that. I'm not so sure is that the MCU is ready for them type of characters to come in, and that's kind of like my problem with it, which I like at the same time and don't like because they got the characters to use in the MCU, but they don't use them. Superman's the reason the DCU can't beat. Yeah, it appears Superman Times the Shadow is coming to an end. Warner Bros. Discovery had closed on a $43 billion merger, which combined the two companies under one roof, which I do like, in my opinion. Discovery wants to overhaul DC movies and DC Future. As part of this report from Variety. Okay, I'm good with that. Long as they're playing good, and long as we get more than 2 or 3 movies a year. Because if we get 2 or 3 movies, but we need shows in between it though, just to hold us, I think. In my opinion, that'd be a good thing. If we can get movies to hold us, I think, and stuff like that, that would be a good thing. But some people might like it, some people might not. But that's just me. That is me, in my opinion, because I'm willing to wait for the next good movie to come out and stuff like that. But the thing for some people, for one general audience, it's like we need a show to hold the general audience to the next movie come out, which I think, in my opinion, will be a good thing. And that's kind of like this stuff that some people might not be willing to do. Because the thing about me, in my opinion, is like that's what I'm always willing to wait. I'm always willing to wait just to the next time, which I think, in my opinion, is actually a good thing. I'm willing to wait. And plus for me, I'm willing to have messages and stuff like that. Which for some people might think, might not like me for saying. And kind of like the thing which I want to see time for the Warner merger is like I want to see, in my opinion, like how many series they can do within the movie universe. I think, in my opinion, would be good things sound like the MCU doing, and able to bring in new characters. I think would be a good thing for us. And this scene right here is actually good. I like this scene right here in the movie, but we might not be getting this universe, but we might be getting another one. DCU Superman deserve a reboot movie with or without no. Should we need it with Henry Cavill? That's not without it. It made no sense. It made no sense, in my opinion, to have a Superman movie without Henry Cavill and he do it. That won't make no sense, in my opinion. Because the thing about me, in my opinion, about that is like I think that the DCU feature is still better than the MCU feature right now. Be because the thing for Disney got more, like, I think, troubles going on when they care to admit, which I think, in my opinion, they do. And kind of like the thing that I am worried about dealing with the MCU is like would it make series be good? Would it change something? Would it put political stuff inside the show? Political agendas over the show, which I think, in my opinion, could be good or a bad thing, but everybody different on that. And that's kind of like my thing that I'm worried about dealing with DC and MCU and stuff like that, in my opinion. But everybody different. And kind of like the stuff shoot that's just I want to do. Like in my opinion, dealing with the DCEU thing is like if they're making an Earth 2, it's like shut that I want to see that Earth 2 Supergirl come out. That's just me in my opinion. I want to see that Earth 2 Supergirl, who the Earth 2 Green Lantern, Batman, Superman, everything like that. And kind of like in my opinions, the stuff like that, which I think could be good or bad, and everything else, which I think in my opinion, which I like in my opinion, could be good, bad, everything in between, and kind of let things shoot on that's just kind of like thing for me in my opinion that's just I want to see like in the future, which I want to see in the future of the MCU DCU is like they make better written shows and episodes. I think that some of these shows the MCU did, I think they just cruise with them. Well, I think about the show. Well, I think about the show. I think, in my opinion, which I think, in my opinion, could be good or bad thing. Everybody different. Everybody different, in my opinion. Everybody different, in my opinion. At times, stuff like that. And kind of like the one thing that shoot I am worried about dealing with the DCU is like with the next movie or next show could be bad if y'all know what I mean. Because then in my opinion it's like the DCU can't afford to have bad movies right now. They got to have good to average, excellent to good movies. We can't have no average movies right now. Because think about it, the Batman movie is good. I like it. That is a real good movie, in my opinion. People might not like it, but that's what I think that movie is actually good, in my opinion. Everybody different on that. Everybody different on that, but that's just me. Yeah, everybody different on that, which I think, in my opinion, could be good, bad. It could be good or bad thing, but everybody different, and that's just me. And kind of like the next stuff, the next thing for me that I want to do. Time for movies, shows, everything else. Like I think, in my opinion, and kind of the next thing for me that time for me I want to do, and time for me, in my opinion, which I want to do time for movies, shows, and everything else like that. And time for other stuff, I want to do. Time for the other stuff that time for the next stuff I want to do. Time for movies, shows, and stuff like that. And time for the DCEU movies. I think we need uh, um a Booster Gold show after the Blue Beetle movie, or just make a Beetle 2. I think, in my opinion, long if they make a Beetle 2, they can make a thing. How can I say? They can make a just a Blue Beetle 2, and plus Booster Gold coming and Blue Beetle 2. I think, in my opinion. But that's just me. That is me, in my opinion. What could happen? But think about it. And am I confident it might happen? No. Am I confident it'll happen? No. Could it happen? Yes. Could it happen? Yes. Am I am I confident it might happen? No. And that's kind of like in my opinion about everything. And kind of like the other stuff, shoot, now sometimes me the other side I just want to see kind of other stuff I want to see and stuff like that. Kind of like the other stuff for me, right? Shoot, when it's just I just want to see the kind of like the other stuff, shoot, now try other stuff for me, which I want to see. Um, Kind of like other stuff for me, what I want to see do the DCEU and stuff like that, and everything else, which I think could happen, but which I think everybody will do and won't do and stuff like that. It's like I think time for movies, shows, and everything else like that. It's like I actually think that time for the movies, shows, the MCU, DCU is like people will have their favorites. I won't I won't say in my opinion. I won't say in my opinion is that people won't have their favorites in my opinion, but they will. Which which kind of think in my opinion, right? In my opinion, which if y'all can get like for multiple shows, multiple movies, everything like that, time for DCU and MCU, if they can show that they can be versatile, especially MCU, if they can show that they be versatile, I think something in my opinion is that their future is actually bright, which I think in my opinion it is. It can actually be bright in my opinion, and that just in my opinion, and stuff like that. And kind of like in my opinions, on the stuff like that, which I do think it could be good, which I think for me could be good, could be bad, and could be everything in between. And that just my opinion based on movies, shows, everything else the way that I done seen. And plus the future movies, which I think in my opinion could be good. The future movies I think could be good in some respects for DCEU and MCU, in my opinion. But everybody different. Everybody's different, which I think in my opinion it is. Everybody different. Some people like it, some people won't. And kind of like the next stuff, which I think for the movies, I think in my opinion, time for the future of multi superhero stuff. I think the future is bright, and some other stuff still can undo it, which I think in my opinion, which I think in my opinion, which I think in my future, which I think in my opinion, which I think in my opinion could be good. That is some of the stuff which I think in my opinion could be good, bad, everything like that in the movies. They could be good, bad, and everything else like that in between, which I think in my opinion could be like a good positive stuff. I think in my opinion, time for movies, shows, everything else like that. I think the everybody is forgetting, and everybody, in my opinion, is just forgetting the female Loki, and for this female Loki, just might come a big part of just the MCU in the future, which I think it will be. And kind of like the other stuff, shoot that kind of like the other stuff that I'm worried about. Kind of like the other stuff, shoot, I'm worried about dealing with this right here, which I think that I think could be good or a bad thing, but the time for the stuff that I'm worried about, and that's kind of like my problem is like I know the MCU could use different characters, but the thing about it is like I not seen the MCU does not have good characters, and they don't use them, and that's just my opinion of it. But everybody different, but that's just me, and that's just my opinion on it. Everybody different on that point. Everybody different on that point, but that's just me. And kind of like the next thing, shoot, that's the kind of like next thing that I worried about dealing with these stuff, dealing with movies, shows, and everything else like that, like in the future. And kind of like the other stuff that I'm worried about dealing with the MCU, it's like I know the MCU is willing not to do it, which I am worried about. In my opinion, could be a good or bad thing, something like that. And kind of like the other stuff, shoot, that's just I want to see. For me, right, in my opinion, sound like for me, right, it's just in my opinion, right, what I am worried about, and kind of like the one thing that bothers me about the MCU about this character is like, they put this character so big part of the Loki show, and it could be part of the MCU, and we got No Way Home. She not even nowhere near it, and that's kind of like in my opinion of it. And that's kind of like it. And plus my other stuff, which I think this MCU, I think that kind of like the other stuff, sound like dealing with Sonic movie, everything like that, and other video game franchises could be a good thing. In my opinion, it could be good or a bad thing and stuff like that. And kind of like the final thing I want to talk about is Star Wars. Because we know that Star Wars, in my opinion, could be a hindrance in all these. I think, in my opinion, could be good or bad thing, and everything else, which I think could be good or bad. And kind of like thing that I remember for Star Wars is like if Kathleen Kennedy just gotta make the same mistake she did before, there was a secret trilogy. And there was a secret trilogy is that we do not need Luke Skywalker not being Luke Skywalker. It was kind of like for me, which I think for me could be a good or a bad thing, but everybody different. And kind of like for a Mace Windu show, that would be a good idea. But it's time for me. I'm just worried about the story, everything like that. With the Mace Windu show, everything else like that, in my opinion. But that's kind of my final thing. What I'm talking about the Mace Windu, Luke Skywalker need to be Luke Skywalker, and plus the Obi Kenobi show. It's actually good. The trailer good. If y'all want me just to review that show, I would. If y'all want me to do it, and kind of for me, in my opinion, so I do think that show will be good. As long as the writing, the story makes sense, everything like that, that'd be good. And kind of like for YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, I will see y'all later. Twitch, Twitter. I will see y'all Wednesday or next video, and see y'all next time.